and welcome back to the broadcast. I'm so glad you always pick up your walkie-talkie and come back and say hi as often as you do. Every time I hear your voice, I just want to jump for joy, and I just can't believe it. Before I tell you the story that I have in store for you today, I want to say just one thing. I am so glad that me and you have started this journey of trying to improve every single day, but I just couldn't stay focused if it wasn't for you. So here I feel like I owe it to you to get better because every time I show up, I just want to be more awesome because of how amazing that you are. I want to help you along your journey as well to make you the most amazing person in the world, if that is okay with you, of course. Good. That is just what I wanted to hear. So with all of that being said, I wanted to teach you some of the life skills that I have in store for you. These life skills are the main skills of life that I want you to know, and I feel like it's very, very important for you to know. So I have some stories to teach you a lot of the things, but I will bring people in here from the town of here. These people are very, very knowledgeable, and they have lots of stories that they want to tell you. They have been knocking down my voice every time I get on the microphone because they want to talk to you. They want to teach you. They have been so tired of talking to each other and telling each other the same stories, and now they are ready to tell the whole world about what they have in store and the stories and lessons that they have learned in their lives. Anyway, on to the voice I have prepared for you today. So stick to it and listen to what I am talking about, please. I know I went on a little bit of a tangent, but I want to tell you a story about life skills today. Do you have time for it? Alright, so let's get to it. So, once upon a time, there was a busy farmer. He had so many things on a list that he liked to do, things that he had to do. He always got to the need to do, but he never got to his other list, his want to do list. Because he never stopped. He never told people truly that he just simply doesn't have time. The things on his need to do included all the basic things that he had to do, like feeding and cleaning his animals. He was used to it, but it was the other tasks that people brought to him that took him so much time. The whole town knew that he was the hardest and best worker in town, and that he could do almost anything. These things included woodwork, car repair, and we can't forget boogity-boogeting. What is boogity-boogeting, you ask? Well, I don't exactly know, and I don't think anybody ever did. The whole town never asked if the rumor was true because he was good at everything. I heard that one time someone asked, but he was so busy that he never got an answer. He worked on all of his tasks and all of the tasks that the town has blamed for him for as long as he could remember. His need-to-do list always got done, but he was always not happy because he never ever got to the list of things that he wanted to do. And to most of the town's surprise, when they found out that he only had so. One day, Billy the Bobcat went to the farm and asked him to help him get something off a tall branch. Billy walked all the way to the farmer's farm that was on the tallest, biggest hill on the outside of town, on the other side of the town where Billy lived. It was an hour walk, but it would have only taken a little bit of work for him to climb up the tree and to get down the frizzy by himself. When he finally arrived all the way up the hill, there was nobody there. Maybe he slept in the day, thought Billy, but this never happened. So he was very confident he would not be there. He went to the door and he knocked. "Hello, Farmer Jackaroo the Kangaroo, are you home?" he said. No answer. He checked all 4 barns looking for Farmer Jack. Do you think that by this time he could have just climbed up there and got his kids frisbee down himself? I think so as well. But it would have only taken him a few minutes, but instead, he walked all the way across town, all the way up the hill to fetch the always busy farmer. He checked the first barn. Nothing but fully fed animals. He got a little worried. He checked the second barn. No answer. He got a little bit more worried. He checked the third barn. No answer. Then he finally checked the fourth barn. He waited for a few seconds to process the information, and he ran all the way down the hill back into town. Has anyone seen Farmer Jackaroo? Has anyone seen Farmer Jackaroo? When he got to the other side, he stopped, turned around, and said, "We need to call a town meeting. I think something has happened to them." They called a town meeting, and the entire town waddled in. This was the best turnout on a town meeting they have ever had, because they all claimed to care about the farmer. The mayor walks from the back of the room to the podium at the front, adjusted a microphone, and he paused. And finally he said, "We have a crisis on our hand. We have reason to believe that something has happened to the hardest working and unbelievable passionate person in the world. We have the sheriff heading up to the farm as we speak, but we as a town must band together and do something. We have to make this right." The crowd erupted in agreement. They took to their feet and they walked all the way to the tallest hill in the outside town. As a big group, they came to the top of the hill. When they got all the way up, they made a huge line and they combed his land. They looked for hours and hours. Until the sun came up, they looked. At 7 a.m. to their supplies, Farmer Drakaroo came across the hill. "What are you doing?" said the farmer. "What are you guys all doing here?" The mayor stepped forward. "Well, we thought that something happened to you, and we were all concerned, and we all came together to do something for you. But before he could finish, Farmer Drakaroo cut him off, and he said, "Well, great, I will go inside and get changed, and we can get started with all the work, and when we get done, and all of us can go down and we can get some breakfast together, and we can go to the drive-in tonight and catch a movie. I knew you guys were coming around." He went inside with a smile on his face. He was so happy that he ran all the way up to his bedroom and he changed into his clothes in record time. He emptied his cabinets of any food he had and he ran back outside. But when he got there was not a soul in sight. He went to each barn, maybe they already started without me, and he checked. He went through all his chores once again, all by himself. Once he realized there was not a single person left. He was ready to scream. Instead, he went to Vown. The town was astounded, because he went to every single person, and when he seen them, he thanked them for their help. They did not know what to say. They just looked at him, and they waved to him. He wasn't saying it in a mean or condescending way. He truly meant it. It was coming from his heart, like everything that he does. The whole town was on the walk. "Hey, Jill, what is he saying thank you for?" "I don't know, Jim," they said. "Did someone stay to help him?" said Blaine. "I didn't. I was so tired and had so many things to do, I had to leave." "Me either," said Theo. "Do you know of anybody who did?" said Larry. "Not that I know of," said Jim. The littlest mouse of all the Vown, went to the town hall and he grabbed a bullhorn. He went to the tallest building he could find and he yelled with his little mousy voice. He said, "Do you guys see what is happening here? You should all be ashamed of yourselves. He is thanking you. He is thanking you, all, including me, for treating him so badly. He is thanking us for teaching him that he should just take care of himself, like we all do. We have destroyed his kindness. We have taken it for granted. And now we have taught him a lesson that nobody should ever learn." The whole town looked at each other and they frowned. They all knew one thing, and that one thing was that they were very, very sorry. "I had him loosen a jar of a lid that I didn't have to, and then I didn't take it to him, so I had him walk all the way to my house," said Kim. "My cat meow, 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 meow. I knew that what he needed was a bath and a brush, so I asked him to do it. And he did," said Larry. "But you see," said the mouse and the blowhorn, "you see what we have did to him. We have made him realize that he doesn't need us, and he gave us a vest, and we have failed. We have all failed." The whole town looked at the ground, one by one, voo by voo, 100 by 100. Their hearts sank. We all need to come up with something to offer him, worth more than anything he could ever do for us, and we need to verbally accept another good deed. from him again. Not in a mean way, but in a way that he needs to take time for himself. The next morning, a large group of people all walked up the hill to his house, and they started to clean and water his animals. When the farmer walked out, he was so pleased. He thanked all of them. But he did not stay long. He ran to the store and bought enough food to go around for everybody. When we got to the checkout in the store owner walked up and whispered in the ear of the store clerk. The store clerk rang up all the groceries and hit one more button. The total shot down to 0. I'm sorry, said the farmer. What is going on? The owner said, you are not to pay any more. No, that's not right. He must take my money. I am an average person, just like the rest of you. I am sorry I cannot do anything, said the store clerk. And the store owner was already stepping out of the building. Please give me the tab and I will come back and I will pay the next time that I am here. I can't do that, said the store clerk. The owner said that he would surely fire me if I would do such a thing. I will be back and have a good day, said the farmer. You too, said the store clerk. He went back home to cook some breakfast for all the people there, but when he got home, there was no one there. He went to put the groceries in his fridge, but when he got to the fridge, there was a note that read, meet me for breakfast at 9 a.m. please. It was 8:50. He threw the groceries in the fridge and he went quickly. He got dressed and he ran out to meet whoever it was for breakfast. He must have forgot. That he agreed to go to somebody with breakfast so that he could do a task for them. He forgot. He ran all the way to the restaurant and he went in and the place was packed. He looked around for who was looking for him because for the life of him he could not remember promising anybody that he would meet them for breakfast. Most of the people were looking at him, but not like they were waiting for him to sit down with them. When he asked all the people about the note, everybody looked down at the ground. Confused, he sat down and he ate breakfast with a smile on his face like always. The mechanic of the town got up when she was done with her breakfast, and she walked past him and she said, please bring in your car for no charge. I will do anything that needs to be done. Don't worry about it. And she walked out. The machine repairman got up to leave, and he offers his services for free as well. The gas station owner said, please bring your car by and you can fill up any time, free of charge. The farmer, even more confused, got up and he left on his way back home. On his way back home, every single person that he passed offered him something. He smiled all the way home. He was so happy. He was so happy that he slept for 3 whole days. The whole town taking turns to help feed and water his animals for as long as he could remember after that. But not one person would ever admit to helping him out. They were always done before he got up in the morning. So he made breakfast for the whole town, and he marked the only thing that was on his wanted to do list off that very day. You see, the most giving people in the world don't need much in return. They just need love and respect, and they want to hear that thank you whenever you can give it to them. And that is the story of the farmer that went through some very, very important lessons, and he also put the town through some very important lessons as well. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope that you return to my blogcast to hear more. I want to thank you all for your help, and to have a good night. And remember to empower, to uplift, and to enlighten. Thank you for everything, my little human. Have a good night.